excerpt from my short story, Shadows. It's so okay. I take it all back. I don't think I can keep doing these rituals. I mean, yeah, at first it was all cool, but now it's getting really creepy. Aunt Marielle did warn me that I'm going to start seeing beyond everything I've ever seen before. I didn't get what she meant then, but after our session last night, I finally understand. 3 nights ago, she changed the ritual. She said she wasn't going to command my third eye to open anymore. I had to do it myself. We spent 2 nights accomplishing nothing because I couldn't get the stupid thing to open by myself. I kept screaming in my head at it, but nothing happened. Exasperated with everything, I stopped trying last night and I just sat there, thinking nothing, doing nothing, just breathing. And that's when it happened. It didn't feel like opening my eyes, it just happened. One moment I was seeing nothing, and the next I was seeing everything again. Aunt Marielle's expectant face, the candle in the middle of the room, and my hands spread out on my lap, palms toward the ceiling. Then I started seeing them. I don't know what they are. They just looked like shadows, blurs around my vision. They were floating around Aunt Marielle's head, around the candle, and above my hand. And then they started moving, coming towards me. I screamed as I tried to bat them away. My real eyes flew open and Aunt Marielle caught my hands. "Don't be afraid," she said. "They're not going to hurt you. They're really looking forward to you finally seeing them." I asked her what the hell they were, but she only shook her head with a smile. "You'll see soon enough," was all she said. I think I know what those shadows are, and thinking about them makes me shiver. I don't think I'm cut out for this. I really am scared of those shadows, even when Aunt tells me not to be. I asked to be excused from the ritual tonight, which is why I called you out of the blue. So thanks for agreeing to hang out tonight, and really sorry for the short notice. But I don't think I can keep giving her excuses forever. Sooner or later, she's going to ask me to finish the rituals. Hey, wait. You think you can go with me to the ritual tomorrow? You don't have to do anything. No, you don't even have to hold my hand. Just be there, please. At least when I open my eyes, even when I see those shadows around, if you're there, I won't be so scared. I'll ask Aunt Marielle if it's okay if I bring you. It's a go. You're staying over tomorrow night. You're still up for that, right? Thanks. Thanks so much. I'm so sorry. I don't know what got into Aunt Marielle. I mean, I know I told you she's always been weird, but I've never seen her like that before. What the heck was that about? Telling you to go home and burn all your clothes. She seemed fine over dinner, but when we got to the living room, she looked really scared. What did you do to scare her like that? I think it's best you do what she says. I know that was your favorite shirt. I'll buy you a new one, okay? I gotta go back there and finish the ritual. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. See you. I don't want to talk about it now. I just want to go home now. I'm sorry. Maybe tomorrow. You did burn those clothes, right? Good. I have to go. Sorry. I don't know what I got myself into. This is all my parents' fault for agreeing to this. This is Aunt Marielle's fault for wanting to turn me into her. That night she chased you out of the house when I got back. Aunt Marielle said she didn't feel like doing the ritual anymore that night. I asked her what she saw in you to spook her like that, but she said nothing. I think she really couldn't say anything because she just kept sitting there, hugging herself like it was really, really cold. She left me in the living room and locked herself in her room. I sat staring at the candle and did the ritual by myself. I steeled myself when my other eye opened, knowing that I was going to see the shadows again. They were larger this time, but they didn't move towards me. They simply hovered in midair, as if they were watching. I then went into your room. I know, I'm sorry. I really didn't want to invade your privacy, but I had to know. I wasn't sure I was going to see anything, but it seemed like the right thing to do. You were in your bed and you had turned off your light, but you were awake. You were looking out the window. Were you thinking of me and Aunt Marielle? That thing with Aunt Marielle surely weirded you out too, so of course you couldn't sleep. I stood looking around. I stood looking around your room looking for shadows. At first, I couldn't see any. It would have been such a relief, but just as I was leaving, I found the shadows. They were all gathered together in one corner of the room. I don't know why. What I thought strangely was that those shadows wanted to be as far away from you as possible. But I don't know why I thought that. I then turned to look at you and I screamed and screamed, and the next thing I knew, my eyes were open and I was back at the house. I held off talking to you about it for so long because I wish I could forget it. But you have to know. I now see why Aunt Marielle was so scared. When I turned to look at you, you didn't have a head. And I stopped there. I stopped that